Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our weekly inspiration. My name is Reverend Leah Alvarado. I'm with New Thought Northern Colorado Center for Spiritual Living. Every Tuesday and Thursday, we come together. I pick a different passage to read from a New Thought author and teacher, and we take some time to reflect on it with some questions. Might include a prayer or a meditation, and then end with an affirmation. So glad that you've joined me today. Today's topic is the gifts we give to the world. And I'm going to read a passage from Marianne Williamson's book, A Year of Miracles. And a lot of these passages are really already affirmations. And so if you'd like to take in the words as if you're saying it to yourself, if you're comfortable closing your eyes and just receive it. Hi, BJ. If you're here, feel free to say hi in the chat. Love to know who's here today. Nice to have you, BJ. Today, I will not allow false modesty to keep me from claiming the power within me. God placed it there to be used, and I serve no one by hiding my light. Pretending to be less than I am is a game that I play at my peril. In truth, I have only scratched the surface of the gifts I can give to the world, and it is my mission while I'm on earth to give to life all that I have. I arrived on this planet with a store of power, and so far I have only allowed myself to experience but a fraction of it. As I devote this power to be used in the service of the healing of the world, it will ignite into a mighty force. Such is who I am. The title of this is actually Today I Will Not Play Small, and because it was slightly negative, I didn't use it as a title, but that is what this is about, isn't it? It's about not playing small, sharing our light, committing to sharing our light. I think that, who is it? I think Michael Beckwith talks about this infinite potential that lives within us that has always been there. And we have only tapped into a fraction of that, as Marianne Williamson talks about. And how do we do that? How do we tap into it? How do we even know what our gifts are? I suspect that if you're hearing this today, if you're tuning in, whether today or at some point in the future, as you think about your gifts, it's either because you have noticed that the things that come easy to you, the things that you don't really have to think much about, you just know what they are, or the things that people have told you you're good at. If you've ever had a job, then people at different times have given you feedback, have said, hey, wow, you're really good at that. And you kind of notice, yeah, I am good at that. So if you have any comments, would love to see those in the chat. Just the gifts that you've noticed about yourself, the gifts that you recognize within yourself that you bring to the world. And it may be an actual tangible thing, but it also might just be something within you, your light, your love, things that just come naturally and express through you. What are those things? Hi from Roy, Roy in Fort Morgan. Hi, Roy. So glad that you're with us today. Yeah, and feedback is good, BJ. Indeed it is. Sometimes we get that feedback that doesn't always feel so good, but it's good learning for us, isn't it? And through that, we discover what we're good at, what our talents are, what is our purpose here on this life, on this earth. Each of us came in as souls to express our greatest talents and our greatest gifts. And it is such a beautiful thing to not only recognize it, but to actually express it. And we're all expressing them, whether we are aware of it or not. I'm going to put in our questions, add a couple of more here. So the first question is, where are you playing small in your life? So just noticing that within yourself, maybe closing your eyes for a moment and just checking in. Is there some area in your life where you are playing small? not showing the world all that you are, hiding an aspect of who you are. Where are you playing small? So just notice, not to judge yourself, but just to notice, like an innocent observer. Is there some aspect of you? Is there some place, some part of who you are that you're not expressing fully in the world for all to see? I think as children, we do this naturally. We shine our light so fully, so beautifully, without thinking about it, without questioning it, without worrying we're going to be judged or made fun of, until that first moment when someone does make fun of us, someone does put us down, someone does criticize us. And then we begin the slow and painful process of hiding who we are. We've all experienced it. I don't think there's a human on this planet that hasn't experienced that. Just taking a breath, thinking about those moments. They're painful. Yes, we've all been there. And so as adults and on this spiritual journey, we now have a choice to share that light, to express all that we are, the beauty that we are. Thank you, Roy, for your comments. Let me see here. I see this popping up. The gifts I noticed in myself are languages. Because I'm able to speak Navajo, I was able to help the elderly in the remote areas of the Navajo reservation. Spanish. I helped people in Puerto Rico, Russian. I helped a family settle in the USA. How beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Yeah, and these are things that I suspect for you, Roy, that they just came through you. You didn't stop and think, well, should I help them? Should I not help them? I don't know if I should. You just did it. It just flowed through you. And that's what I'm talking about, is that light that's within each of us that flows so naturally through us. We don't really have to work at it. And each of us has that. The second question is, where in your life are you claiming that power within you? Really claiming it, claiming that power, claiming that light, the light that is God, the light of the divine that shines within you. Where are you claiming that, declaring that, owning who you are? Such a powerful thing to own who we are and to not take in the feedback that others give us that sometimes isn't always nice. And often it's not even direct feedback. It's what we think they're thinking of us. I think it's more that, isn't it? Oh, this person doesn't like me, or I don't think this person, I think this person thinks this, or that about me. And our mind starts to make up stories about what people think of us. Oh, the human mind, how we move through this world as humans. And so if we can let that go and own the power within us and own the gifts that we have, we can transform not only ourselves, but the world, can we not? We can transform those around us, and we silently give permission for others to share their light, to shine who they are. The elderly in distress during COVID were relieved when they realized that help was coming to them in the Navajo language. Yeah. I think it's really our nature to help each other. It's our nature to support one another, to be a light for one another, to be a light and guide each other on this path. That is what we're meant to do. We're meant to support and guide and love and be there for one another. Yeah. So let's just take a moment, gently closing our eyes and just feeling the energy of what has been spoken today, tuning in to your heart, dropping into that beautiful place within you, that place where the divine lives, that place where that light lives, where your gifts live. Each of us has a unique soul expression in this world. And so with our breath, let's just connect into that, connecting into the beauty that is there, the light that is there. And so I am knowing that each one of us has the courage to express all that we are, to fully own who we are. That we are able to go out into the world and express ourselves fully, without hesitation, without concern or worry or fear of what others may think. That we are able to just be ourselves fully, and that we are accepted and loved unconditionally for all that we are. For I know that that loving embrace of the divine surrounds us, walks beside us on this journey, guiding us to those situations and circumstances where we can express our full selves in all its glory, without hesitation, without pause, without fear. The light that we are was meant to shine, was meant to be expressed. And I am knowing that it is received with open arms by everyone we interact with. For we are love and we are light. And so I know that the grace of God surrounds us, loves us, supports us, and guides us. And so with that, with gratitude in our heart, we let this go. We trust, we allow, and so it is. Amen. So I'm going to read our affirmation as we close out today, and I'm going to put that into the chat. And we can read this together. You can also copy and paste it and take it with you for the rest of your day if you'd like to refer back to it. Today I choose to no longer play small, but instead claim the beauty and power of God within me and express all that I am. Nothing in the world can match in importance the gifts that God has given me. I give to life all that I have and all that I am. And as I give and express my light, I contribute to the healing of the world. And so it is. I wish you a beautiful, blessed-filled day. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your light and your gifts. I look forward to being with you again on Thursday. Until then, know that you are loved. Namaste.